Here's Kelly McCrimmon and the Vegas Golden Knights getting ready for their franchise home opener. Kelly, thanks for doing this. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. My pleasure.
Just want to get your assessment on just what tonight's going to be like, given the tragedy in your city, but also a big moment hockey-wise for your franchise and how the organization is going to handle this.
Yeah, it's definitely both those things, Darren, and certainly everything changed here with the events of October 1st, and tonight's game will be about paying tribute to the victims, recognizing the incredible job that the first responders did in this situation to keep it from being potentially much worse, and that'll, everything has changed. They had been working for months on opening day, and now that'll be completely shifted to what has gone on down here. And then, with that, as you say, the first home game in franchise history, so that's going to be real significant as well. So it'll be pretty heavy at the start and very somber, and I think it'll be a real good night, I believe, for our organization and for the city.
Getting a chance to see some of the video coming in the last couple of days, boy, the players have done an admirable job in terms of doing their part in all of this, haven't they, Kelly?
Yeah, and Nick, NHL players, when you look at pro athletes, NHL players are just, so often real good people. And this situation here, our players came to us to ask what they can do. They really want to be involved, and I, have said in other interviews or in other conversations that I really feel we have a role to play and in this, and I think our players have really embraced that, and it helps to galvanize I think our players with this city and our fans, and shows what kind of people they are as well.
Kelly McCrimmon's the assistant general manager of the expansion Vegas Golden Knights. I apologize for putting you on the spot here, but I think that the acknowledgement of the fact that you knew somebody who was killed in that shooting, and through your Weeking family and Brandon and lived through this tragedy firsthand almost.
Yeah, when it happened, you just wondered when it was all over if you'd know somebody with that many people, and of course Las Vegas is a destination for a lot of people who are going on vacation, and as it turned out, Tara Rowe, formerly Tara Smith, from Brandon, was one of the victims, and she was a young girl that was very well known by the people in our organization, and it just the saddest thing for anybody to be involved, and two young children and everything like that. So that was really hit home for people of Brandon, and personally sort of connected the tragedy to where I'm from and where I've lived for many years to where I currently am working now.
And you look at the tragedy, you talk about healing, what you guys are going to do tonight, and being a professional team in the city, and what sports can do for a city, I think is amazing. And when you were putting together this team, obviously not knowing that anything like this was going to happen, but just in the community, was any thought put into certain personalities of guys and starting a team in your community? Hockey guys is generally pretty good, but just guys that go the extra. I know Marc-Andre Fleury in Pittsburgh, well loved, obviously a great goalie, but you knew what you were getting with him also in your city.
Yeah, it's a real good point, Colby, and clearly you don't anticipate a tragedy like we've experienced, but the one element in the makeup of our team, our players over 30 are really, really good people, and you mentioned Marc-Andre Fleury. Having the opportunity to be around a guy like Derek Englund, who is from Las Vegas, now has lived here for many years. Jason Garrison, Pierre-Edouard Bellemare, those are real quality people. And in terms of our team, we wanted those types of players to help get the organization off in the right foot as we establish an identity and build a culture and those types of things. Obviously, when you're faced with something like this, it brings out those strong character traits in the group as it has in this case.
Hey, Kelly, Darren tweeted that T-Mobile Arena will be without advertising tonight on the boards. Can you talk a little bit about that decision?
They've done some really nice things to recognize what's happened, and again, this will be a lot about the first responders tonight and some of the survivors that'll be on hand. All of the sponsors for tonight's game very willingly agreed to have all of the dasher boards be replaced with Vegas Strong. So for this game tonight, all of the arena boards will be done up as Vegas Strong, and then I believe puck drop is 7:40 local time. I think the opening ceremony started about quarter after 7. So there's going to be I think a real moving tribute for everything that's gone on. And as I said earlier in the conversation here, it'll be I think a pretty somber moment, and yet it's one that's important for our organization to be able to be a part of.